red bubble mix, shiny swing, like pretty thing.
Hi guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. My name is Lexi, and we'll just get right into this video because it is a deep one, so go. June 13th, 2017, I did have a nose job. I was 18 years old and it was the best decision of my entire life. Everybody asked me, why did you even get a nose job in the first place? I did have a deviated septum, so I did have internal issues as well as external issues. I had a bump here and my nose was drooping to the point where it was like over my lip and you couldn't see my cupid's bow. I just felt like that was not flattering. It didn't fit my face features. It was overrunning my whole face and I just hated it. I hated the person that looked back at me in the mirror, and I felt like maybe if I had the chance to do something about it one day, I would. And that time came 2 years ago when I got my nose job. I did go to a lot of different doctors. I looked at 10 different doctors and I had 5 different consultations with different doctors just to make sure that I found the one that fitted me the best. And I settled with Richard Davis, which he is the best doctor ever. He's in Miramar, Florida. And he has helped me tremendously with everything. Like, I owe my whole life to him, and yeah, I really do. You'll have a gut feeling that it is your doctor and it'll be the one that you want to be working on your nose. You'll have that feeling. So, and that's what I had with Richard Davis, and he's just been great. I talked to the anesthesiologist. She was really, really nice, and she made me feel at home. Also, before I went into the hospital to actually get my nose job, we made sure that I wanted the right nose. He photoshopped my real nose to what it's going to look like after my surgery, and I loved it. I also showed him pictures of different like Instagram models or like influencers or models or whatever, and I showed them like, I want that nose, and he's like, that's not realistic. Like, that's like, those noses are perfect. Like, you can't make the perfect nose like all the time. But I honestly think he's made the perfect nose because I love it. I wouldn't want anything else. He's like, I'll just take out the bump, raise the tip, and everything will be great from there. And I was like, okay, I trust you. After the procedure, I stayed there overnight, and I did have a little pain. It was mostly discomfort because I had tubes in my nose, napkins, I had a cast on, and then I had a little napkin that catches the blood, and it was such a mess. I had to sleep with my like facing up, and I couldn't lean back or else my nose, like something in my nose will get messed up, the structure will get messed up. I had to sleep on a 90-degree angle on a couch for a week, I believe. It might have been 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks, and it was a lot. A week passed by and I took off my cast. That hurt a little bit, and then all of a sudden it started swelling up so badly, and I was so scared. It was so swollen for the full month, and I was like, oh my god, did I do the right thing? Am I gonna be okay? Like, is my nose gonna be bigger than it was before? But the nurses just put me at ease, and they're like, it's just swelling, it'll go away in like 3 months, it'll start going down and everything will be okay. So I trusted them. My nose ended up going down a lot. It was really bad. Like, I'll insert pictures here. Like, this was like a week after I got my cast off. Oh, this is what it looked like, and I was so scared. Like, just had to know that that first month your nose is gonna be super swollen and it's gonna look crazy. Like, you're gonna look like a clown, but it'll all benefit later. What I didn't do and I regret a lot is to get before pictures on your own and not from the actual doctor himself, just for like your own personal benefit. I never got any before pictures because like I just didn't even want to look at my nose because it was just not something that I enjoyed looking at, so I just didn't. But I was suggested to take before pictures before you go in. I did have an open rhinoplasty, which means that they cut an incision right here, they lift it up, and they basically restructure your nose. I had to actually sign a waiver if I didn't have enough cartilage in my nose that they could use my rib cartilage, which that didn't end up happening, but I did have to sign a waiver. So if any of you guys have to do that, it is common. I was just watching a YouTube video, I had my phone like laying above my nose and my phone just dropped on my nose. And that was the worst pain of my life. I've never felt anything that crazy in my life, and I regret that. When they tell you to sleep on a 90-degree angle, do it, because I didn't. What my doctor really suggested to do 24 hours every day was to ice, and it really does help decrease inflammation, and the swelling will go down super quickly. I did not ice all day long. It was so hard to just ice 24/7, but I tried my hardest I could to ice as long as I can. I think that's a huge tip to do when you get a nose job. From the external view of my nose, I feel like it looks perfect, and if it looked any smaller, I'd be a little concerned. It looked too small for my face, but it looks perfect now, and I'm so happy with it. As for the internal issues, I still feel like I have a little bit of a deviated septum still. It's still hard for me to breathe on my left side, so that's another thing. Let me show you my before and after pictures. Am I back at that place?
Yeah,
You're out in the waiting room, Lexi.
the recovery room.
Am I at the same place?
Yeah, same hospital. You're all done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't even remember feeling anything.
You don't remember feeling anything?
I don't remember wheeling me in.
You do remember or you don't? No? You were conscious then.
Don't.
I think you're gonna like when you look in the mirror, Lexi. I really do.
Did I put chapstick on?
Yeah, don't touch. Don't touch. 7 hours.
You worry about us? We were bored.
No.
No? No worried about us?
We were worried about you. But you look so pretty.
You do look pretty.
Do I have a hand?
Yeah.
I don't feel one. So this was before, and obviously this is after. As you can see, I had a bump. The tip was very pointed down. It was definitely constructing my view of my lips. You couldn't see anything hardly. And then after he raised the tip, he got rid of the bump, made the nostrils a little bit bigger, because as you could tell, like I had kind of tiny nostrils. And I just think it looked overall amazing, and I could not be happier with my experience at Richard Davis. I had a big huge bump before, but now I don't, so that's what it looks like. Also, here's another big thing. The surgery was only supposed to be from like 4 to 5 hours, and it ended up being 7.5 hours. Due to like complications and some things that they needed to revise. He wanted to make things perfect because he knew that it was a lot. It was a lot of mess in here, internally and externally. Yeah, I was under anesthesia for 7.5 hours, which is a long time to be under anesthesia. Let me just end this video by saying I know that there's going to be hate in the comments. I really think you should just keep your opinions to yourself, because I don't really care, and it's already done now, so you can't really do much. My nose job has been something that has been a huge struggle for me all throughout my life. People just don't like plastic surgery, and I felt like I wanted to make this video because I just wanted to inform people on my experience before the nose job and after the nose job, so people can know what they're going into. If I did leave out anything, please let me know in the comments and I will respond. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.